Chapter 2. As I left the house, the rain had already stopped. I pulled out a crumpled lottery ticket from my pocket, revealing a winning amount of $200 million. When I was laid off, I told my family, feeling down, and bought a lottery ticket on a whim. I never expected to hit the jackpot. I was filled with excitement, eager to share the news with Rosalie. I even planned to buy a big mansion for the family, expand her studio, buy luxury handbags for my mother-in-law, and a limited edition Barbie doll for my daughter. But all those dreams shattered with the recent events. At the hotel, I intended to book a room temporarily, but was informed. "Sorry, sir, your card has been cancelled." My heart sank. All the money I earned over the years went to the family, and this card was given to me by Rosalie for living expenses. Before leaving home, I thought I could manage without the savings I had accumulated over the years. But I never thought Rosalie would be so heartless. It's laughable how I used to save every penny for this family, never daring to order takeout over $10. I called my only friend and college buddy, Sienna, for help. As soon as she heard I was broke, she immediately transferred $6,000 to me. She even ordered food to be delivered to me. It wasn't until that evening that I finally had a hot meal. The family I loved deeply and gave everything for couldn't even compare to an ordinary classmate. It's so ridiculous. The next day at 9 a.m. sharp, I arrived at City Hall. I immediately spotted Rosalie and Liam in matching outfits, holding hands and chatting at the entrance. My mother-in-law had even gotten her hair done, looking joyful. Even my daughter, Ava, wore a festive red dress with matching hair clips. "At least you came to your senses, not dragging my daughter and granddaughter into a miserable life with you." "Rosalie, hurry and get the paperwork done," my mother-in-law urged. I didn't waste words and headed straight into the hall. Rosalie looked at me with a complex expression before following inside. In less than half an hour, the divorce certificate was ready. As I was about to leave, Rosalie suddenly called out to me, holding out a card with a face full of pity. "Thank you for leaving Ava's custody and the house to me. There's $20,000 in this card. Take care of yourself." Looking at her fake sympathetic face, I didn't even want to speak. But I took the card anyway. After all, it was my hard-earned money, and not taking it would be foolish. Then, I went to claim my prize. After taxes, the $200 million was quickly deposited into my account. I immediately arranged to meet Sienna for dinner. She was the one who helped me when I was most desperate. Not just last night, but over the years. Whenever my mother-in-law was sick or there were major family expenses, Rosalie would never lower her pride to borrow money. I had to repeatedly ask Sienna for help to get through those tough times. So now that I've turned the tables, I must repay her. I arranged to meet her at a mall and headed straight for the luxury stores to pick out a gift for her. Sienna was worried I was acting out of impulse and kept trying to pull me away, saying, "Ethan, it's too expensive here. Let's go." Stubbornly, I continued picking out clothes and bags for her. Just then, Rosalie entered the store with my mother-in-law, daughter, and Liam. Seeing me, Rosalie's smiling face instantly fell. "Ethan, are you stalking me?" Ethan, as a man, can't you have some dignity? Now you're pestering." My mother-in-law couldn't hold back and pointed at me, yelling. I replied calmly, "You think too highly of yourselves. I'm picking out a gift for my friend. Why would I need to stalk you?" Sienna stood awkwardly, holding a bag, unsure of what to say. Liam suddenly burst out laughing. "Picking out a gift? Ethan, it seems you've never been to a luxury store. Do you even know how much that bag costs? At least $100,000. Even I had to think twice before buying this bag. But you?" He shook his head with amusement. Rosalie looked at me with disappointment, saying, "Ethan, all you have is the $20,000 I gave you. Are you really going to throw away your future just for pride? If you find yourself with nowhere to turn, begging me won't help." I almost laughed out loud. I'm making over $10,000 a day just in interest, matching her monthly salary. Why would I need to beg her? Who said Ethan can't afford it? It's just $100,000. We'll buy it. Sienna mustered the courage to speak up. While talking, she quietly slipped a card into my hand, hinting for me to use it. I knew that was all of Sienna's savings over the years. At that moment, to support me, she was willing to take it out, filling my heart with warmth. I've always known how she felt about me. But back then, I was in love with Rosalie, so I never responded to her feelings. Now, I truly felt like I had been blind all these years, to have fallen for a woman like Rosalie. I gave Sienna a gentle smile. "It's okay, I have money." Saying that, I handed the card to the clerk. "Charge it." As the clerk processed the card, my mother-in-law burst out laughing, amused by the situation. Rosalie frowned, looking at me with disappointment. Liam, holding my daughter, leisurely observed me, as if watching a clown. Soon, the card machine beeped. Transaction successful. In an instant, everyone's eyes were on me, especially Rosalie, whose eyes widened in disbelief as she stared at me. "Ethan, where did you get the money?" Liam raised an eyebrow, understandingly saying, "Oh, I get it. Ethan, you're taking out a high-interest loan to impress a girl. You're quite the character." He sneered, smirking. I couldn't be bothered to explain to them and was about to leave when a store clerk suddenly pointed at me, exclaiming, "Ah, I remember now, this gentleman is the one who won the $200 million jackpot yesterday." $200 million? The store erupted, and everyone started talking about me. My mother-in-law was stunned for a moment, then scoffed. "Him? Impossible, a loser like Ethan doesn't have that kind of luck." Before she could finish, Rosalie, staring at her phone, interrupted with a pale face. "No, Mom, something's not right. The news says the $200 million winner really is Ethan."